Right, well, to discuss this situation in Delhi, we are being joined from the Aam Aadmi Party by Saurabh Bhardwaj, we are being joined from the BJP by Sambit Patra, and from the Congress, the former Delhi Power Minister Harun Yusuf joining us in the studio, MK Venu, to give us some perspective as well. Saurabh Bhardwaj, I want to ask you to actually respond first on this issue of the power tariff hike. The Power Minister Satyendra Jain has written a letter questioning the DERC's tariff hike, proposed tariff hike from a Monday to up to 6%. But the real question is, this decision for a power hike was taken on the 27th of May. So why did the government not at that time object to the tribunal's suggestion? Why today?
I think the government has been objecting, and we have been communicating with DERC about the tariff hikes. Instead, we have very categorically said that unless or until the CAG report is out, the power companies should not be allowed to raise any tariff, and it is our stated stand. However, DERC is a statutory body, and though it has to be a regulator, but we have always been seeing that DERC is basically taking sides of power companies, and we would need, help from everybody.
Okay, right. I can see Sambit Patra shaking his head. Sambit, before I come to you, just a quick follow-up, Mr. Bhardwaj. The fact is that the tariff for Delhi, the government also has an equal say in deciding it. So you can simply just say, we're not going to raise tariffs on Monday. It doesn't matter what the discoms are saying. Why are you not saying that?
Unfortunately, the way DERC rules are written, and it's a central government's act, Delhi government has a least say in what DERC decides, and we have categorically said that at present DERC is siding the power companies. We have always maintained that during the time when there was president rule and BJP was virtually ruling Delhi, they did not do anything to expedite the CAG audit. But when Aam Aadmi Party government is here, we have expedited, helped CAG in doing their audits, and I think it will be soon out.
Okay, so you're saying essentially also wait for the CAG audit to be completed before deciding on any power hike. Sambit Patra, you were shaking your head. What was that about?
Because the facts were not stated rightly, and that is the reason as to why I was shaking my head. Let me put the facts in perspective. Number one, on 25th May 2015, the DISCOMs who had previously gone to the Appellate Tribunal of Electricity had the order of the Appellate Authority that the DERC can raise the tariffs. Now they had given 3 weeks time to the DERC to do so tomorrow, that is Sunday, tomorrow being the last day. You had 3 weeks time, but the Aam Aadmi Party did not go to the higher appealing authority, that is the High Court of Delhi. Instead, the Aam Aadmi Party sat over the decision, and yesterday when the tariff increment was announced by the DERC, then the Aam Aadmi Party goes into a posturing mood, saying that we do not agree with what the DERC has been saying. If you did not agree, you had 3 weeks, you could have easily gone to the High Court and stopped this announcement by DERC. Yeah. Number two, what my friend Saurabh is speaking about the CAG is also incorrect. Let me remind Saurabh that the Chief Minister of Delhi, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, had only recently gone to the CAG and asked the CAG to release the report, to which the CAG said that we are already ready with the report. Quite before some time we are ready with the report, but we cannot release the report because of the very fact that there is a case going on in the Delhi High Court. Until and unless the Delhi High Court pronounces the verdict in this particular case which the DISCOMs had filed, we cannot release the report. So the fact in this count is also wrong. Mr. Saurabh Bhardwaj, the Aam Aadmi Party had come to being with the promise that you would halve the Bijli ka bill, that is the Bijli bills. Yeah. But you are not standing by your own promise, you are only posturing.
All right, Sambit Patra, we'll bring the Congress in as well on this, because yes, that was indeed a poll promise made by the Aam Aadmi Party. 50% power subsidy for small consumers up to 400 units is what you had said at the time of the elections. But Harun Yusuf, let me come in and ask you as well. You were Power Minister in the previous Congress government in Delhi. From your experience, do you think the fact that these 50% subsidies were promised was viable in the first place? Do you think that what the Aam Aadmi Party is doing today, after having not reacted for the last 3 weeks, as has been pointed out, is simply political posturing?
You see, they have become expert in misleading the people of Delhi, and people of Delhi have experienced this a number of times. As far as DRC is concerned, as Mr. Bhardwaj is saying, if they have a problem with the DRC and they are saying that DRC is conniving with the DISCOMs, and first they accuse the Principal Power Secretary that she is involved in a 11,000 fraudulent handling of a case and wants to give favor to the DISCOM. DRC Act was passed by the Delhi Assembly. If they have a problem with the DRC and they feel there is some laxness in the Act, they can always bring an amendment. They don't have to go to the center. They are trying to fool people. Today people are suffering from the power cut. They should have gone in the first place to the tribunal.
Yeah.
Because the tribunal has given this judgment. And
Okay.
now they are blaming DRC that they are conniving.
All right.
I say you hang them, but don't mislead the people of Delhi.
Okay, fair point. Don't mislead the people of Delhi. Before I come back to you, Saurabh Bhardwaj, MK Venu, this issue that essentially the Delhi Assembly has the power to amend the situation. They have the power to say no to the tariff hike as well. What's going on? Because power is one thing, power cuts are something that everybody in Delhi is complaining about. If you look at what's going on in all parts of the city, you have a civic crisis with garbage not being collected, the MCD and the Delhi government fighting with each other. It's happening at every level.
Sure, I don't think it makes sense for Aam Aadmi Party to blame the regulator, because regulator is an independent body, and to impute motive that he is with somebody or not, it doesn't help. The fact is, as Harun said, the government has the power, the assembly, they have such a brute majority. They can, if they want to, change some of the DRC provisions, and they can do do course correction. But I would like to draw your attention to the bigger problem, which Piyush Goyal, the Power Minister, said a couple of weeks ago. He's been repeating it throughout the country. The problem today is coal-based power we produce at less than 2 rupees, but by the time it gets to the consumer, how come it becomes 5 rupees, 6 rupees? Now, Piyush Goyal said that we need to, all the states need to sit together, and state electricity boards need to look at efficiency of delivering power, and that includes transmission, distribution, a whole range of factors come into play, which is there for Delhi also, just as it is there for UP, etc. And today, we have a situation where we have an installed capacity of 2,68,000 megawatts, and the actual power consumption in peak summer is only 1,35,000 megawatts.
So then, Mr. Saurabh Bhardwaj, why
people are not buying power?
Okay.
Because they cannot afford power at the rates that power is being delivered in UP and places like that. You know?
Okay, people are not buying power because they cannot afford power, not because power itself is in short supply, and that is actually an irony, because states are also talking about fighting the tariff hikes across the board. But Saurabh Bhardwaj, coming back to the point and the politics around it, the fact is you all have 67 seats in the Delhi Assembly. Really, power being something that the state government does control, shouldn't be an issue for you all to keep your promises to the people, because on other things like police and security, we've seen the fight between the centre and the Aam Aadmi Party come to the streets. What is holding you back on civic issues?
Let me again clarify. I think Sambit Patra very meticulously tried to mislead the whole debate. While Delhi was being ruled by the central government of Narendra Modi, CAG went to the High Court of Delhi twice or thrice and said that these power distribution companies are not cooperating with CAG and not giving them the files which they are asking for, and Modi's government did nothing. It's only after we have come to power, we have started arm twisting these power companies, and CAG audit has moved forward. This is the only strategy we have. We as Delhi government do not have control over the DERC Act. It's a central act. We cannot change it. Neither do we have the powers to change the chairman of DERC, who is Mr. P. Sudhakar. We cannot change him. If central government can help us in changing the chairman of DERC, would be grateful. And I would like Mr. Sambit Patra to commit on your television show that they would give all the support to get the chairman of DERC changed by changing the law or whatever it means from the central government.
Right, okay, Sambit.
This is very classic. This is very classic of Aam Aadmi Party. Tomorrow they would be saying that Mr. Modi is responsible for the kind of power tariff that we are seeing. I mean, we should not be drawn into such kind of rhetoric battle, which is quite
character. Just a second. What is the relationship of Narendra Modi and Reliance?
Please don't bring in Reliance, Adani, Andari. I mean, in fact, you are ruling Delhi. You are 49% stakeholder in the discoms. Ban the Reliance. Why have Reliance? Open new power plants over here. Please, ban the Reliance. No. Why do you have? Who is stopping you? Who is stopping you from closing the Reliance unit over here? Go tomorrow and stop the Reliance unit from distributing power. No one is stopping you from that.